YouTube? How's it going? Pulled that one from Chazman. This is, I don't know, the third time I've tried recording this video. I keep getting video corruption errors from my phone, so I'm hoping if I reduce the resolution a little bit. I was trying in 4K. If I go to 2K and lower the frame rate, maybe it won't kill the app. Anyway, I'm testing FSD Beta version 10.11.2 in Berkeley, California. If you've never been to Berkeley, I think it's some of the most difficult suburban driving conditions around. Lots of hills, lots of turns, lots of cars and bikers. Where I live in particular, there aren't as many people out and about, but there's definitely a lot going on. Yeah, for context, I've had the beta since 10.3.1, since that whole debacle, which is about 6 months. I think that was the end of October of 2021. Overall, I've had really good experiences with the beta. Definitely, has improvements to be made and lots of progress to go, but it's really come a long way. It drives super well. It kind of depends on time of day as well. Like, obviously, if there are more people out, more cars on the street, more things for the system to consider, it definitely doesn't perform as well. But I'd say for 80-85% of use cases right now, it works really well, and I'm happy to have it as a daily driver. I think in general, I drive less than 1% of the time I'm in the car now, like manually drive, I mean. Just because I let the beta and autopilot do it for me. I'm one of those people, and I'm hoping more people, get on this bandwagon, because I have some friends and people I know that don't use autopilot as much as they should, but I'm all for having 2 sets of eyes. Technically, I don't know, 10 sets of eyes, right? There are 8 cameras. Maybe 7 cameras, can't remember. So I like the extra protection. I don't mind too much babysitting the car at times, when it's not performing as well. It does tend to get a little stressful during, rush hour and some of the other high traffic times. But for the most part, like, I can sit back, let it do its thing, and just make sure it's not gonna run into anything. But again, for the most part, I've really enjoyed having the beta. Grateful to be a part of this experience. I know a lot of people will say, well, you paid like 10 grand for it, because I got my car last June. You paid 10 grand for FSD, like, you should have a product. And I'm not someone who worries too much about, in this particular case, not worried too much about that. I know I'll get a product at some point. I'm gonna have this car for it's good of the car to go around that open door. I can't wait until they're visualizing that, but it is good that it gives some extra space there. I'm excited for the future of AI and FSD. I know Tesla's putting my money to good use. I was also able to, if you buy FSD, at least it was the case when I bought the car. It should hopefully still be the case now, but if you buy FSD when you buy your car, you can finance it. So instead of paying the 10 grand up front, like a lot of people would have to do, I basically get to do a subscription service. And I pay less than the subscription service. I think over 6 years, the 10 grand comes out to like $141 a month, whereas I believe the subscription right now is $200 per month. And again, I use this all the time. I just happened to get lucky that I got the car 4 months before I got the beta. But it was also, I think, today's April 20th. Earnings for Tesla for Q1 are being released. I think non-GAAP was like $3.22 per share, which is insane. It blows both Wall Street analysts and retail analysts' numbers out of the water. I think largely, I haven't looked too much into it, but I think a lot of that was because they've been prioritizing orders with FSD as well as long-range performance orders, which tend to have higher margin than standard range. So that was a big win. Kind of forgot what my point was, just that I think they announced the goal is to have, officially the goal is to have everyone generally available for FSD by the end of, have FSD generally available for for those people who have bought it by the end of the year, end of 2022. We'll see if that happens. But the improvements I've seen in version 10.11.2, I mean, it's incredible. I've been talking this whole time, and paying attention to what the car's doing, but I haven't had to do a single thing this entire drive. Outside of the red light at the beginning, it's a flashing yellow, and so it requires intervention every time. But other than that, I mean, the car's done everything. Nothing's been questionable. It's pretty much, obviously still things to be worked on, but for the most part, it's doing an incredible job. So anyway, I'm gonna sign off here. Thanks for being with me for the last 8 minutes. If you've gotten to the end, appreciate you watching, and I'll probably record the way back as well. But I'll catch you guys later.